Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2 India Edition, where we're now witnessing what we've done in the last couple of episodes. The big 8-lane lines, glorified electric hookup, even though we're still using diesel trains. But we don't talk about that just yet. Guys, today is going to be an exciting episode, okay? For the first time, I'm going to build an airport, but I'm going to say a big but right now. I'm not going to set it up or make it functional. I'm just going to get it in position to maybe implementing airports in the next episode. But forget that for a minute. I'm going to be creating a new powerhouse today, okay? Now, a lot of you guys really want me to do a little bit more with the eastern side of India. It's the side that we've most neglected over in this area. We've got as far as the eastern peninsula at the bottom. And then after that point there, we go as far as Raipur, and then we've got nothing going on over here. Now, I'm going to change that, okay? What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to create the new powerhouse that's going to be the next biggest city. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it all set up, ready with some connections, so we can then grow the region and the area. Now, if I do this, if I pick one of these towns to grow, if I do this, it kind of then sets me up quite nicely for pretty much working in this area, which is what I'm really excited about. It also gives me a little bit of a break from growing New Delhi, because that place is going to go and is going absolutely crazy right now. So you may be running, yo, Seniac, what area or what town are we going to be looking at? Well, I'm looking at KOLKATA, boys. And I think I'm pronouncing that right, KOLKATA right now. We're going to set this up quite nice. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to completely destroy the city. I've looked at it. It's got quite a large target population. In terms of charts, it's been growing nice and steady. Now, what I'm going to do to Calcutta is something I haven't done to any other town city in the game before. I'm going to give it not only a train station, I'm also going to give it a harbour, and I'm going to give it an airport. This will become my model city. This will become my little test run of how we can implement planes further around the region and in the game. And by doing so, it's probably going to turn Calcutta into a little bit of a powerhouse, guys. So, if you are enjoying the series, again, smash that like button down below, subscribe if you aren't new, so you get notified when more episodes do come out. This is going to be wild. This is going to be a wild one. So, the reason why I want to implement all three is because I want a lot of stuff to go on for Calcutta. It's going to be the main hub within this region. It's perfectly situated on the water for ships. There's a nice big piece of land over here for planes, and there's a lot of towns around it for trains to make their way in. Now, when it comes to ships, it means we can then start to progressively set up a nice little coastal run with passenger ships and also cargo ships as well. We have ships down here, which we could maybe start bringing a little ship line back and forth. That could be pretty interesting, boys. That could be pretty interesting right now. We are producing... Actually, what are we producing over here? I think it's only Colombo is the only town over here that doesn't have any of its goods. And Colombo requires the same stuff Calcutta requires, which is also not the same stuff as New Delhi. It's only one thing is the same. So that's what we could do with ships. Trains is obvious. They go to all the little areas right now and they pick up passengers and drop them off. But planes. Planes is going to be the interesting one. Now, I'm going to get the airport in, and then we'll see how we kind of progress it in the next episode to where we're going to build other airports. So if you guys got any ideas of where we can build other airports, let me know in the comment section down below. Greatly appreciated. Now, what I'm going to do, a lot of you guys requested it, is completely upgrade the rest of my train line with high-speed electric tracks. It's going to be a lot. Bearing in mind, not all my trains are electric. I don't think I have any electric trains. No, I do have some electric trains. It's my high-speed train lines electric. But it will slowly then make me switch over to using electric trains. Look at that. Another new train coming in, which is going to be electric. So, let's execute this, boys. This is going to be painful to watch. There is 2,500 segments right now that need upgrading. It's going to slightly cause a little bit of pain issues for the game right now as it slowly gets through all this and what it needs to do. Oh my. I can also, I've just realized I can also upgrade the signals. So I've upgraded all. No, actually, I'm still oh no, some of them failed. Interesting. Now on the electrified train tracks, that gives me 47 segments to kind of do. We'll kind of try and do this individually and see what happens. We'll upgrade to high speed. Now, I'm assuming some of it can't be done because maybe the way it's built means I can't force an upgrade. That's fine. We can upgrade signals. And I'm not going to upgrade the train stations because I like some of them being still in the older era. So I still think the game is trying to upgrade right now because not all train lines have actually been upgraded. I still feel like we're waiting, right? We might still be waiting. Yeah, it's just upgraded the train tracks on the station. So some still failed. But I think we're still trying to get through it. Right. We'll leave it to do what it's got to do anyway in the background. We'll pause the game and hopefully the game can catch itself up. I told you that's why it will be kind of a big issue. The issues I've just caused. I'm causing my own game to kind of completely lag out. Right, anyway. KOLKATA, boys. KOLKATA. So, what I'm going to do is I'm pretty much going to delete half the city. So, I'm able to build a train station in, an airport, and a cargo harbour. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to utilise this road here as a straight line coming all the way down. So everything on the right-hand side of it is going to be deleted. Now, we'll try and set up some better road connections because right now the traffic does not look great. There's only one bridge going across the river. So, unfortunately, it has to be oofed. But don't worry. I say this every time. Me deleting it means I can reposition it better. And once I get all my stuff in, it means I'll grow the city bigger than it was once before. So you have to delete it to make it grow a lot bigger. It's painful, yes, I know. But trust me, have I ever deleted a city and it not grown back bigger than before? It's never happened, boys. It's never happened. Right, I'm going to run this all the way down for just a split second. Okay. And then we've got to find the transition. So I might just delete you. We'll probably end up reclaiming some land. But we'll come back to that at a later stage. Right, delete you, and we're going to delete this road for just a hot min. We'll delete it just to there, just so I can understand where it's all going to run. So, it looks like KOLKATA is going to be quite squashed. That's not going to be the case. It's just I want to do that. Train line's going to be built here. Then whatever space I've got left is where the airport's going to go. Then all the gaps around it will get filled in by the town. So, train station first then. We'll do the big boy station. And we'll go super long, high speed, all that jazz. And we'll place it... We kind of want it to be central. So we'll do it just here. And we'll add additional... Or do I place it there? No, I feel like I'm going to place it just here. We'll add additional connections onto it anyway. And we'll do 4. We'll do 4 platforms. So it gives the trains a couple of various... Actually, which ways are we going to make it go? No, I might do 6. Right, let's do 6. That gives me a lot of options. A lot of options. So, place... Oh, and it also needs to connect down to a harbour as well, so I might make it a little bit longer. It should still be fine. It should still be fine. Right, smack bang. There. Okay, smack bang there. So, we configure it. Now, obviously, we want to add cargo to it. So, this side there and there. To be honest with you, I could actually extend it a bit further down, couldn't I? So, if I just go platforms. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Which will be 3 on these ones. 4 on that one because I deleted it. And reason for that is I can then put the cargo at the very end. Now, we're not going to be picking up cargo from here. And if we do, it will be because we transported it from the harbour. But I'll set these better up in the future if I do that. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that just yet. So it allows me then to build some slightly bigger buildings around this area. So I build one there and there. It gives us alternate entrances and exits for people to get into the station. So they can exit there and then they can walk to the harbour with ease. Or from this side, they can access the airport depending on which way we orientate the actual main building itself. Also, with the size of it spreading as it has, it kind of covers Calcutta so much more than any other train station does currently in the game. Right, get you down. We're going to try and mimic what we've got either side. And then we've got a little bit of a space just here. So if I go for you there, and then these smaller ones can just go one either side. So a fair few variants of this station. We're still going to add in the train tracks. Run through all this real quick. There we go. And then we're going to add in the miscellaneous. We did the underpasses. We got a set just there, so that's completely fine. I'll add all the little kind of covers at the top, make it look like a modern station. And then we'll do this one at the very end for a bit of funsies. That's the entry point to the station. Right, very good. Very good, very good, very good. So, next, we're going to create the road. So, if I come off this as a 90 degree, and then run this up as a 90 degree. Okay, not so much. So, get rid of you, push you out a bit further. So, that works as your 90 degree connection. And that fits us in there beautifully. And then what we're going to do now is just going to build the train leading out, the train line, so I can then create my road connections leading out. So this will be subject to change. We'll kind of base it on the middle line. And then we'll have all these merge as soon as we can. So into there. So bring you to there. Bring you in. So that's going to merge. Oh no, I'm doing this wrong. You fool, Seniac. You fool. Right, hopefully this works. Yes. So we could have a road connection going across here, which works glorious. So that's our radius going around it. So that doesn't look very straight to me. Bring this up anyway. There we go. Does that go slightly crooked? I feel like it does, doesn't it? Right, if I delete you, delete you. Then come off here. I've got a better connection now on the go. So I could pick spots, or I can let the game choose. Let the city choose where it then wants to kind of do its stuff. So if I create a crisscross there now. Are you joking me? This land is perfect. There we go. And we'll pick a street here. to cut through, run this all the way up. So this is what's going to help KOLKATA grow. Now it has a little bit of organization. It has a bit of structure, which will enable it to succeed. So straight down. Straight down. I want to keep the old town road layout, but then also have my new town layout as well. There we go. There we go. So where do I bring this in then? Like that. There we go. See, look at the radius it now reaches, which is pretty good. There's still a few little bits and bobs you can kind of do. You could add in some miscellaneous, like, steps, cargo building stuff at the very end. That's a nice solid little connection there. What about on this side? Here as well, maybe? Oh, it can go just there on that side. So, a bit awkward, but it gives us a better radius and better reach for the area. I mean, you could also push it down even further. But the more buildings you build, the less space you've got for the city to build around the train station. So I don't think we need them ones there. That'll just do fine. That'll just do fine. So we've got the train station now situated. Let's see what room we've got then for an actual airport. Now there's two variants of airports you can pretty much build. You've got this type of airfield here, which is the small little kind of passenger airfield. You got the big boy passenger airport, which is probably what we're going to build. And then building it somewhere like, ooh. So we could build it like there, but it would mean reclaiming land off this. Unless we could build it on a slight diagonal. So the diagonal would be, how do I rotate it? The diagonal would be here. Like that. But I'll still have to reclaim the land going into the water. It might be that I have to reclaim this part of the river and then force boats to go around it. Which wouldn't be a bad thing. But then it's the harbour. Or I could just do it here instead. Like there. That's a lot better for us. That would be a lot better. So, let the reclaiming begin. That is not reclaiming. Flatten. There we go. So before you say anything, guys, yes, I know I'm destroying more land. I know I'm destroying more land. And now I'm actually destroying a river. But I'm investing in the local area. I'm providing more housing, more job opportunities, and I'm giving the people of KOLKATA the ability to travel all over India. So, if anything, guys, I'm doing a good job. Oh no. It depends how you want to see it, right? Depends how you want to see it. Right, let me just build that for now. Oh, it looks really bad, doesn't it? Let me build that for now. So if I went right into the edge here, because it needs to connect to the train station. So if I built that there. Now, the actual airport itself, we need to add a additional runway and the additional taxi. So you can see what and how big it actually is. So I can kind of then get rid of all the other stuff around it, right? So I can then smoothen it off. And smoothing down this side. And I'll bring some of the river then back. So bring the size down. Like this. And then bring you around here. And then we're smoothing it all off. So I didn't kill off a river, guys. I didn't kill off the river. I merely just invaded its territory. Right, there we go. So, this airport only has one cargo... No, it doesn't even have a cargo one, does it? Let me delete this road. So it's got the main building, which is here. Let me get rid of these two here. The main building, we got a passenger terminal. We could do a cargo terminal. And then the... What's it called? The hangar, where you buy the planes from. So bring that road then going down. There we go. So 2 areas for passenger planes to land. 1 area there for the cargo planes to land. Glorious. And then from that, I bring this road coming across here. And then that's the space there. KOLKATA can then continue to grow. If, obviously, it chooses to do so. This is going to be wild for KOLKATA. This is going to be wild, boys. It really is. So next I want to build a harbour. So I'm going to utilise this area here to build said harbour. So boats then. And passenger. And it would be nice to get it connected to here. But I need to push, like all things, boys, the water back. And... Why is this not snapping? It normally snaps. I'm trying to get it to snap, but it won't snap. I mean, it's trying to snap, but... It's not good enough. Right, is that enough? No. I want to get it right in the edge. I want to get it right in the edge, but that road is also hindering me. Right, I can't rotate it because it's trying to snap. So I might have to. Do you know what? I think I might have to delete this road. Delete you. Kill off all that. Right, wait a second. Like, it fits there perfect. That's not where I want it to go. That's not where I want... And you can't turn off the snap, which is the annoying part. Right. Oh, okay, that's as good as you're going to get it. That's as good as I'm going to get it there. We'll leave it like that. We'll leave it like that, boys. That will do me just fine. That will do me just fine. So, we got a... Well, let's get rid of the landings first. Right, they're now gone. So, we've got the main building, which will attach just there. Which will need then the little connections for the road. So that... All I care about is it touching these 3 buildings. Oh, we've got a different style there, don't we? We have the main building. Oh, I put a cargo one down. I suppose it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to put a passenger one down. It just looks visually a little bit better. So, main thing is, train station touches Oh, no, you need to put the landings down before you can actually see the connections. I was about to say then, what's going on? What's going on, boys? So, however we build this is going to literally determine... Maybe I do it on small ones first. It's going to determine how I do this area here. So I think we have it come out off here. Ooh, this is going to be awkward. Right, fill that gap in there. Delete you. I mean, it's a shame you can't get like another main building in there, which is probably the better idea. I'd rather shape it to it. Miscellaneous. Then we might be able to get some additional road connections in as well. Right, I'll do it like that. That's all I'm going to do it, and then we'll decide the rest of this after. So that would go there. So we're only going to utilize 1, 2. Come on. 3, 2, 2. Wait for it. 3. And wait for this next one. 4 landings. So if I can delete that little bit of road, and then miscellaneous. No, sorry. Ooh, you can't get that last little bit in there. Right. Terraining. Is that enough to put... the little road connections on? I'm just mainly trying to fill the gaps is what I'm trying to do. Right, this is very slow. There we go. There we go. I'm just trying to fill the gaps, a little bit of dead space. Right. Very good. So then with my landscaping, we're going to come down to here and just kill off of that area. We'll smoothie it. Very nice. And then we'll finalize it with the road. So what I'll do is I'll come down here as well. So that is a connection going into there. And then this can be a nice little bendy connection going into there. Right, there's KOLKATA and its triple connectivity area set up. But there's one more. One more I didn't mention, and that was trams. We need to build a tram connection next. So, let's see what we can do for trams. Now, we've got these big bus stops here, but I want to utilize the tram depot. That's just way too big for what we actually need it to be and do. Bus and tram start. Where can I throw you in? Right there, in the heart of it. Or do I face it this way? We'll face it that way. Because obviously trams will come across this way. So tram connections in, so that's 4 integrations. 5 actually, because it also accepts buses. That stop. It also accepts buses. So I can bring in all kinds of vehicles in at this point, boys, which is quite exciting. Quite exciting. Now, there isn't a way in which I can create a tunnel, is there? This is now just me. Right, literally testing something out. You can't... No, I can't create a really, like, small, minuscule tunnel. What I could do... I could do if I pushed it back a bit. If I went underground there, I could do it, but I'm not going to. It doesn't need to. They can go around. It's fine. Also, people can walk through the train station as well. That's also a thing in the game. So that sets us up quite nicely. Now, what I will... I've got to get more bridges going across. So what I'll do next then is just kind of create the area more road-friendly. So vehicle-wise, let's build an additional bridge. So we'll go with something like you here. And we'll build you. So we've got a couple of different variations of bridge, which is very exciting. We're going to flatten this area just here off. We'll delete here and we'll delete here. So this is is it Howrah? Is that how you pronounce that place there, guys? Oh, if I bring this out to there. And ultimately, let's wait for autosave. You just want to connect this in. Come on, autosave. Come on, autosave. Hurry up, you fool. Hurry up, you fool. There we go. Right, there we go. Now, I could get another bridge coming across, but I think that will be a lot of bridges at that point. And to be honest with you, I feel like redoing this area slightly here. Right, this is gone really slow now with trying to delete stuff. Right, I'm realizing the bridges aren't particularly straight. Now, I don't owe this town anything, but it will also receive the benefits for what we're doing currently in KOLKATA. Well, that bridge is not particularly straight there, which is fine. So we're going to get rid of you, and you. And then we'll decide the bridges, boys. We'll decide the bridges. Straight line, please. So that is the straight line. That's the bridge, which will go for one of these. And then we'll do the same again, literally right next door. Which I did the same type of bridge. There we go. I mean, you could have ships going up and down the river as well. So that will be a case of I have to then change the bridges. But that then works as well. So those connections are in. So if I delete this and delete you. This road's coming down and this will be one of the main connections leading in. And then if we utilize this road here. So we're going to try and get at least 2 connections coming in down here. And those 2 road connections, what they do is I don't like this road. They pretty much set us up for crossing the bridges, the 2 bridges in question. Right, there we go. That will do just fine. Right, we're going to sort this road out here. And ultimately this bridge. So a lot of destruction in this area. I wouldn't normally do this much stuff. But I just feel like this is going to turn into quite the powerhouse area. It's nice to get it in early enough. You know what I mean? It'll be nice to get it in all early enough. Right, delete you, delete you, delete you. So this is a different town altogether as well. So what bridges can we work with? So we need some height on this bridge, don't we? So we can get to there. And we'll do you as a bridge. And then... just have it, when it catches itself up, connect in there. So that's all that needs to do. And then it should be set up quite nice for us. So at least 2 roads they can kind of pretty much pick from to hopefully alleviate some traffic issues. He says, yeah. Should be pretty good, just looking around right now. Should be pretty good. So, that's now all nicely set up. KOLKATA is going to be a little bit of a powerhouse, to say the least. So, I don't think I want to do anything else. I mean, I could maybe lead some roads up, coming up to the towns up there. But I'll just see how they kind of react to what I've ultimately got set up and done. Now... it would be nice to have some... I mean, we've got to think about the train lines as well. That's what we've got to think of. Yeah, I've set them up to kind of feed into the same system, but at the same time, should they feed into the same system? Because this one here, we could utilize to going up to a train station in this direction. Now, I don't know what's going on in this town right now, but these road networks are not the one. So there's Dakar over there, which we're going to probably run the road into there. So can I bend you? I mean, I got to first figure out where the... Right, if I just build this to there, that to there, upgrade you to create the bend going in, which really can delete that road. It's not perfect, but it will do what I need it to do. So if I want, oh no, okay, go smaller. Well, he's gonna have to have bypassing tracks as well. 160 maybe. We'll go just here. So let me just build this station because it will then determine, right, how the train tracks run elsewhere. Oh, let's build this up quite generously. Set it up for if we maybe might have cargo coming in. And then the miscellaneous stuff, the underpass. I'll add in one jazzy little bendy. You know what, I'll do it on both. There we go. So we got the bypassing tracks in. Oh, we need to do the buildings. So passenger building there. These small variants. So without doing too much, that's all it needs to do. So I can make that run into the one side, which will go into kind of Dakar, then, you know, on the way to this area over here. So the reason for doing that is so I can run this train line just going to about there. And I'll do the same. Might as well just kind of build this up real quick. There we go. Can we do the connections in? Or is it too close on the curvature? So the curvature's too close apparently. So we'll have to make these go past the connection of the road. So now we've got a bit of space to do this, so it shouldn't be a problem. And it will be nice to then bring this out So if I brought you out to here and to here, and then chose... I mean, ultimately, you would kind of want to do something like this. Right? So, if hypothetically I went there, bend you to here. Now, I do miss out on the crisscross, but I wonder if I can implement a crisscross here, or is that too much of a curvature? That would be too much. Oh, I can do it here. Now, the downside is you kind of then lose, if anything comes... No, because you got the separate lines here. Okay, we're all good. I'm trying to keep that in the middle of where buildings would grow. That's what I'm trying to attempt there. And then that will kind of... Let me just kind of get this in. So let's say I have you coming through. You're into there. You're into there. And that's where that would run on the way to Dhaka over there. Right, that works for us. That works. Oh, KOLKATA is going to be a beast. It's going to be a beast. Now, the middle line's going to go up to Raj over here, which will then probably make its way over to New Delhi through one of the many lines that I can have set up coming down. But then the left line, I could make this turn here as well and go across. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Damn! Seniac's exploding. Seniac is exploding, boys. I can make that turn here like this one and go down. Damn! I'm exploding. Sorry, guys. I'm exploding right now. And then go across there. Which then means this place will have a train station. I think I'm allergic to build... Every time I mention a train station here, I keep sneezing. Which that then could go up to Durg over here, or Car. And then maybe make its way to the commuter line to Nagpur. Oh, no. Guys, stop mentioning trains right now. I think I'm allergic to them. So if I was to do that, you would have to delete these. The building for the train station. I have a lot more space and, like, room now to build it. So I might build it a bit further back, like over here. Or in the central area here. No, let me just kind of build it there, right? Let me see how wide it would be, because I've got to reach over to here now, which it's not an issue, because you can make wider buildings. You know what I mean? So platforms going in. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. So do this one a little bit different. See what happens. Passenger buildings, like I said, you can go quite big, but that is still too far away. That reaches, but I don't... Oh, no. What I can do is this. I can double up on platforms. So it does give it a large building, but it's the same width for them smaller buildings there. And then miscellaneous, I could give it a little bit of a wiggle. For no reason at all. For no reason at all. So this is becoming like inner city train lines now, isn't it? It's a bit different to how I've been doing it previously. And we'll kind of need to get these all the way over to there. So that is in itself going to cause some issues. So I reckon we try and build it a bit different. So I can get it up and over. That road there. And then going across this area. There's our little glorious bridge. But you've got to bring it down as quick as you can. And then we've got to delete this. See that little area there. So bring you in and in. It's a bit more of a sharp turn than you think. Right, so. Yeah. It's quite the sharp turn. So if I delete you and you. There you go. You got to do it a lot sooner. So if I can then do the crisscrosses here. There we go. So leads out in completely different ways. Okay, this is pretty good. So, smoothie. I mean, I don't know whether I should have kept that all completely elevated. Right, scrap this. We're going to elevate this. Right, I think I've broken something. Hold on, boys. Have I broken something? I think I might have just caused an internal error to the game. Right, I think the game's about to crash. Right, we'll have to come back on an autosave. Right, we're back, boys, and I've now just kind of rebuilt it. So what I've had to do, right, is I've kind of elevated it all up and through. But because the way the transition works, it's not perfect as it leads in. So it kind of has to have a bit of land at some point. I could try and delete this and see how far I can take it. But what I ultimately done is I've put the road so you can't get it perfect. You see what I mean? It now kind of cuts in a little bit too far. It was fine where I had it. So you see, I can't raise the land up enough, which is a little bit of a pain. But it works out either way anyway. It works out either way. All right, connect you all in. Do the crisscross. So I've made the road connection and go underneath the train tracks, which actually, when you kind of look at it, it's a lot better idea. Right, why can't I do a crisscross here now? I'll do a smaller one. What's going on? Why can't I do a crisscross here now? Right, I'm going to do it further up the hill. Well, that's not going to plan, is it? Right, I'll do the crisscross here, guys, because apparently there is an issue. I can't even do the crisscross there as well. What's going on right now where I can't do it? I literally just had the crisscross working. And now all of a sudden I can't do it? Right. Oh, I feel like these might not be on the same levels. If I'm being totally honest with you. Right, raise you up to there. Raise you up to there. Crisscross in. Crisscross in. Right, this is not going to work. Oh, no, it does work. Right, we got there in the end. We got there in the end. Right, yeah. So, you can still see the crisscross roads on the train tracks where I had it previously. Okay, so what I've done is I've now kind of had to make this one go underground and pop back up, which is actually works out pretty well because it allows us now to have this quick route over where this one is the one that connects to go down. So it gives them a few alternative options and should hopefully spread out the traffic a little bit more evenly. I was thinking I could do another station just here, but I don't think it will make much sense. We've got that station over there, which does make sense. Now, we've got that going around there, so I've got the space here to do the crisscross for this one, providing this one works. This one's not going to work now, is it? What is it with these crissy crossies, boys? I'll do it a lot smaller then. There we go. That's now all in, and it's pretty much now all set up. So look at that for a hub. Are you telling me that this is not the ultimate hub right now in KOLKATA? This area is going to grow dramatically. Now, the whole time this has been happening, I've had the game obviously on pause. So as soon as we unpause it, the growth, boys. The growth is going to be unreal. It really is. It really is. But then again, no growth. I mean, it might not happen that much because we don't have any lines coming in or out just yet. That technically doesn't exist right now. But this sets us up quite nice, doesn't it? I'll put it back into play mode anyway and just allow KOLKATA to kind of regen from the buildings that I did delete. Because I did end up deleting quite a few. So with what I deleted and when it regens, it should at least fill this area. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I'm really excited to see where this is now ultimately going to go with KOLKATA. You can see things now starting to change. It really does make this quite a built-up area. And it makes it feel like it's got inner city vibes, doesn't it? It really does. Now, what do you reckon? Do you reckon I should elevate this train line and then drop it down? Or do you reckon it's fine as it is? There's room for the road here to kind of continue to grow forward. About-ish there. There's a few little collisions kicking in. There we go. Let it do what it's got to do. That should hopefully alleviate the traffic right now because there's now 2 roads that they could pick from. But, oh, nice big building there coming in for KOLKATA. So how much destruction? I did do quite a bit of destruction. It's more in the population that I did. But it will grow back. A nice big building kicking in right now. The tallest building in KOLKATA has just been built, guys. That's pretty cool to see. That's pretty cool to see. And it'll be interesting to see how the traffic eventually slowly disperses. So this is one of the major routes coming into Dhaka right now. As soon as you get the train line set up, it will kill off a lot of the traffic. That will play a vital role in destroying all of that. But it keeps all the other traffic coming from this area free as they can kind of do a turn here to go down in this direction. So, like I said, it gives them alternative routes, which makes things a lot easier for us. So what do you guys reckon? Do you reckon this is going to be a crazy hub right now in KOLKATA? It looks pretty good from a distance, doesn't it? But we've got to get the connections all added in. And that's what we'll do next episode. We'll get it all set up. We'll give KOLKATA time to kind of slowly regen, which it is doing. It is slowly doing. It will kind of get back on the track. But boy, oh boy, is this going to be absolutely ridiculous. KOLKATA is not going to know what's hit them. They're not going to know what has hit them. Guys, we're going to end it here right now. I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, please smash that like button down below. And until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.